skin's anatomy, and what happens as the skin ages. In this video, we get to know the skin's anatomy in a simple way. This is a fundamental video for this course, as everything will make sense to you after understanding the skin we are in. So let's begin. The skin is a live organ, and actually the biggest one in the body. It's also an organ exposed to the external environment, which is why it needs a little extra attention and protection. The skin regulates the body temperature, protects the internal organs from the outside world, turns sunlight into vitamin D, flushes out toxins from the body, and allows for sensations like touch and distinguishing between hot and cold. It also has the ability for self-healing when we cut or injure our skin. In addition, it's in constant collaboration with the rest of the body, and its health depends on the other organs. The skin is composed of three primary layers: the epidermis, the dermis, and the hypodermis. The epidermis is the outermost layer of the skin and provides a waterproof, semi-impermeable barrier to protect the body. It controls water evaporation and lets small molecules of topical products get absorbed. The new skin cells are born at the bottom of the epidermis, and because there are no blood vessels there, these newborn cells are nourished almost exclusively by the air around us and the food provided by the deeper layers of the skin. As they age, they slowly move upward and become flattened. After 28 days, they reach the top layer of the epidermis and die. This top layer of the epidermis or skin surface is called the stratum corneum, which is home to the dead cells and is what we know as skin. This layer constantly flakes off to be replaced by the dead cells, and the life cycle of these cells ends through this natural exfoliation of the skin. Beneath the epidermis, there is a second layer of skin called the dermis, which mainly consists of two proteins called collagen and elastin. Collagen is responsible for the strength and resilience of the skin, and elastin gives the skin its tone and elasticity. Collagen and elastin are surrounded together by hyaluronic acid, which keeps the skin moist and plump. In the dermis, there are also sebaceous glands, hair roots, and sweat glands. The sebaceous glands produce sebum oil, which determine the facial skin type based on the amount of oil they produce. The dermis is where all wrinkles, stretch marks, and grooves happen, and while the epidermis can constantly repair itself, the dermis can become permanently damaged. So it's important to start taking care of it at a younger age while it's still in good condition. It's also good to mention that women need to take care of their skin more than men, because women have less collagen and less sebum, and although the thickness of their skin varies over all parts of the body and between the individuals, men usually have thicker skin than women. Finally, the deepest layer of the skin, the hypodermis, consists mostly of fat, large blood vessels, and nerves. Its purpose is to attach the upper layers of the skin to the underlying bone and muscle, as well as supplying it with blood vessels and nerves. Let's look at what happens to our skin as we age. Most of us were born with healthy baby skin, which is soft, smooth, bright, and blemish-free. At adolescence, when puberty happens, changes in the body chemistry start, and the older we get, the more structure the skin deteriorates. As the skin ages, it becomes thinner and more easily damaged because its ability of self-healing is lower. In addition, the level of hyaluronic acid and sebum decrease. These two are responsible for keeping the skin hydrated, moist, and plump. As a result, the skin gets drier and loses volume. As we age, the skin's ability to exfoliate becomes less effective, making the skin look rough and dull. But most importantly, with aging, the skin produces less collagen and elastin, and their quality is not as good, and loses elasticity, causing it to sag and wrinkle. If you're like us, you wish to have younger skin forever, and maybe hearing all of this makes you wonder if there are ways to stop aging. But the reality is that aging is natural and unstoppable. However, we can slow it down and have a beautiful skin in all ages. Based on what we learned till now, in all skincare, we must focus on the following to slow down the process of aging. We need to reduce the thickness of the dead skin cells, keep the skin moist, increase the thickness of the epidermis, and improve collagen, elastin, and hyaluronic acid. What we learned are all challenges that happen as we age, but there are some other factors that we need to know, as they can significantly accelerate the natural process of aging. These factors are stress, poor nutrition, sun damage, pollution, cold or dry weather, and bad habits such as smoking, drinking alcohol, and not getting enough sleep. The good news is that we are in control of most of these factors, and we can delay the process of aging by cleverly designing our lifestyle, managing our stress, and eating healthy. Finally, there is another important factor affecting the skin that we must mention. It's genetics. We'll cover this in the next video, and we'll also talk about the skin types and profiles. Till next time.